testing the microphone.
Good evening, and welcome to another eFilms travel vlog. My name is Clay behind the steering wheel, and my wife Allie's in the back seat somewhere, I think. Right here. Oh, there she is. So today we're going to drive around Hanover, Pennsylvania, another small town driving video, and we are back in Pennsylvania just to check out, what's going on. Just kidding, we were visiting some friends and family, and
this rural king.
Yes, this building used to be Sears. We were goofing around in another one of my videos a few years ago. Follow us at eFilms Travel on Facebook and Instagram, and give us a thumbs up. It helps other people on YouTube find our content. So yeah, that Rural King or Sears building is part of the North Hanover Mall,
Which is quickly dying.
Oh, maybe it'll come back.
As a mall?
Maybe a mall, maybe office buildings. I think they should make it into some sort of area where they put like restaurants or breweries, or
Do like an indoor bar crawl?
yeah. Although that could get hairy pretty quickly.
Yeah. It'd be like the indoor Bourbon Street.
If you make everything, when you revitalize a small town, if you make everything about drinking, you'll
What's
get
that
quick
say about
results. But what about like the long-term health of the community? Like, no, Clay, just put a bunch of bars.
Put up a bunch of bars. I always love this street. It's got really nice, beautiful old houses. And over here we have the ACOGGLAS to the left that you are unable to see. Although it's busy on the street, so there must be a event happening. An event.
Yeah, it looks like a
Graduation, maybe?
Maybe. The Eichelberger used to be like I think it was the Hanover High School at one point.
Really?
And they made it a performing arts building, offices, doctor offices. Open F browsing.
Lobby pick pee.
The library has lost its letters. Alright, we had to readjust. So, the moral of these videos: don't vlog and drive. I am not filming and driving at the same time. I have a camera on a tripod.
There's a park. We ate Taco Bell once there and got intimidated by some teenagers smoking vapes, so we left.
That was back when vaping was cool. park now. It's not work park, it's... I'll have to look it up now.
We put the flashing where it is. We're trying to figure out what it is.
That's the Lutheran Church, St. Matthew's. They have like a really big organ. Someone told me it was the 5th largest.
In the world or the state?
I don't know what he meant by that. So here we're driving by the Hanover Theater, which I read an article, I think it was like the York Dispatch, talking about how there was a guy who was trying, I guess he was buying the property last year and raising money to restore it and working with the borough to do some studies about where they could put a parking garage. Although I've heard rumors that since the guy who bought the property also was responsible for making luxury apartments in Hanover at the McAllister building, they're saying that, oh, he's making it into apartments. And then to the right of me right now, I have another project that was the fire damaged family restaurant, and they're building something here. Maybe apartments, maybe a business, I'm not sure. Unless you talk to someone who knows what's going on, the only real way to know what someone is building in this town is to go to the Hanover Borough and ask. So yeah, we just drove by the McAllister Hotel, which is now luxury apartments.
I saw inside the other day when we drove by one, because somebody had their window open. They look nice. I don't know that I'd say luxury. Maybe luxury for Hanover, but when we checked a couple months ago, they looked kind of pricey.
There's a lot of hidden money in Hanover, with all the factories and businesses.
That's true.
There's a few mansions floating around. Hanover's still working on revitalizing its downtown. There are definitely more shops open than I've seen in a long time. But there's still enough buildings for new people to come and set up shop. This guy has a canoe. Something going on here. We got a food truck, live music, and this brewery is now called Beer House. It's owned by someone else now.
Yeah, during the time that we've been away, Miss Creations had closed a couple months before we moved, right?
Yeah.
And then when we came back, it was opened up as the Beer House. It's spelled German, so anybody that knows German can pronounce it better than we did. I can do a poor accent, but I'm not going to embarrass myself.
Open for browsing and lobby pickup. I guess they use all the letters over here. kinds of snack foods. And they've been buying up little snack food companies here and there. But I always think of an episode, I think it was like Judge Judy or the People's Court. Some guy from New York, he didn't speak English real well. And he was trying to give his testimony and say it was like either he was purchasing the chips or someone else, but he didn't know how to pronounce the words, so he was just like, I was buying the UTZ chips, and that's what I think of Utz. Every time I hear Utz, I'm like, yeah, the UTZ chips. Which it's a weird name. So I think I know how these videos go for you guys watching at home, because my wife is already asleep, and now I know that that's what happens.
No, I'm just tired. It's been a long week.
I mean, I knew it was like borderline ASMR.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's definitely effective.
Well, you know how I am in the car anyways.
Yeah, what was that, like a Buick commercial where the guy takes his crying baby in the car and he's out cold?
I am the crying baby. I can fall asleep in any car in the shortest amount of time.
Tropical tree.
Didn't even go that fast. It's a cute little drive-in restaurant / ice cream place.
Good evening, and welcome to eFilms Travel. I am Clay, behind the microphone, and this is my first video essay, and you will have to excuse me as I have COVID while recording this video. Stay tuned for a ravishing quick history of a 95-year-old theater building that can't seem to get renovated in South Central Pennsylvania. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to see more content in the future. And now a word from our sponsor, Oreos. They're really good. Now, I was not planning for this video to be super long, but I hope this topic will spark some interest and maybe encourage me to make a mini documentary. The State Theater, aka Hanover Theater, in Hanover, Pennsylvania, has been in the back of many Hanoverians' minds for quite some time. I drove past this theater in a couple of my videos, and my friends and I made fun of the marquee that now says, "This place maters," due to a missing letter. So now I'm digging further into why this place maters. But first, let me quick explain where I have been the past 4 months. After our first year of living in Central Florida, my wife and I decided to move back to Pennsylvania. See, we are torn between at least 3 states and areas we enjoy living. And I have a family member that is battling cancer. We had an opportunity to move close to them, so we took it. We settled into a new home and some new jobs, and we are staying in Pennsylvania until we decide otherwise. So naturally, you will start to see again more videos about small towns and overlooked places in the northeast of the United States. I am starting to get back into the habit of posting every other Tuesday, so hopefully I can make it work in my new schedule. Enough about me, and on with the video. Sometime in mid-September 1928 was the grand opening of the State Theater in downtown Hanover, Pennsylvania. Designed by an architect named William Harold Lee and decorated by French artist Arthur Brunet, this theater was meant for silent movies and live performances. There was a Wurlitzer 2-manual 8-rank pipe organ, which pales in comparison to the organ inside the St. Matthew Lutheran Church around the block. Apparently, Hanover had a thing for organs, and in 1925, the church dedicated a 5,000 pipe organ with 87 speaking stops, and over the years, the organ was expanded to become one of the world's top 10 organs, with 14,470 pipes, 238 ranks, and 22 digital stops with MIDI. It has MIDI. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. I guess in 10 years, they'll add like a fog machine and a disco ball. Anyways, the ownership of the theater from 1928 to 1984, some say 1986, changed multiple times throughout the years. There's not a lot of information on the internet about the history of the theater, and some of the sources are conflicting. But from what I found, in the 1930s, Warner Brothers owned the theater until about 1950, when William Goldman took ownership. Then in the mid-1960s, the state was renovated and renamed to the Hanover Theater. In the early 1980s, the Fox brothers gained ownership and then sold the theater to an antique dealer around 1986. And after this time in history, the Hanover/State Theater would remain closed until further notice. The antique dealer never accomplished renovating the theater into an antique mall, and instead used the space as a warehouse in 1991. The theater was sold yet again to a company called the Historic Hanover Theater LLC, and they were a holding company, and this purchase was made around 2007. A restoration organization called Casual Arts recognized the ornate and rare designs of Arthur Brunet. And apparently there's only 2 standing Brunet decorated buildings in existence today. So the organization Casual Arts, they desired to restore the building to its former glory. The agreement was for Casual Arts to raise the funds for the revitalization project, but I am assuming they abandoned the project due to the 2008 recession. There is an article mentioning they wanted to wait for more support for the revitalization of downtown Hanover, but the lack of support was probably due to the recession. The theater remained in this state of limbo until 2020. The Preservation Pennsylvania organization did add the building to their Pennsylvania at-risk list in 2011. The list notifies the local and statewide communities of historical buildings that are at risk for modern development or vandalism or decay. And modern development meaning like stores or apartments that would be built in its place that would strip the building of its historical relevance and beauty. An organization formed in 2013 called Main Street Hanover, which involved the Hanover Borough, Hanover Area Chamber of Commerce, Partnership for Economic Development of York County, and the York County Economic Alliance. Main Street Hanover desired to revitalize downtown Hanover with the help of multiple community organizations. They became a non-profit in 2018. And were so successful with their revitalization, they copyrighted their plan. They called it the Main Street 4-point approach, which includes organization, design, economic restructuring, and promotion. The York County Economic Alliance, which I mentioned earlier, loved the results so much they basically said, hey, let's do this for every downtown in York County. If you're looking for advice on how to revitalize a downtown, Main Street Hanover may be the people to call. Here is a direct quote from their website. The mission of Main Street Hanover is to expand the economic capacity of downtown Hanover, thus improving the business environment, enhancing the quality of place, and increasing community synergy. Anyways, this is relevant because in light of the downtown Hanover revitalization movement, interest in the Hanover State Theater grew. Despite the pandemic and the unknown future of mass gatherings, shows, performances, the theater found itself a new owner, and somehow things got even more complicated. So local newspaper The Evening Sun published an article in 2020 stating that local business owners signed an agreement to remodel the Hanover Theater. And I might be butchering these next people's names, but Jordan Elias renovated another historical building in Hanover, the McAllister Hotel, and turned it into luxury apartments. So now he's signing on to renovate the Hanover Theater. Then we have Robert Godfrey and Andrew Diagenet, who own a restaurant in York called the Handsome Cab. So Jordan, Robert, and Andrew all signed the purchasing agreement with $2,000 down on the $240,000 Hanover Theater. In the article, they explain their rough plans for the theater and how nothing is guaranteed. They need funding and a parking solution, which could be resolved through a public-private partnership. During this time, the three partners make a Facebook page about the project and start to post photos of the inside of the building that most people have not seen for many years. By 2022, the Facebook page goes quiet, and there is no visual headway made on the outside of the building. Another Evening Sun article is published in May, this time stating that the historic Hanover Theater is now publicly owned and will be redeveloped. And the new owners are the Redevelopment Authority of the County of York, Hanover Economic Development Corporation. We'll call them the HEDC, and the Borough of Hanover. The article reads, HEDC secured funding to purchase the building from the J. William Warheim Foundation, and the Redevelopment Authority plans to transfer the property to HEDC during redevelopment, according to a release. There is a for sale sign out front of the theater and, quote, HEDC will issue a public request for proposals from qualified firms interested in redeveloping and eventually acquiring the theater. And that is the latest public knowledge about the current status of the Hanover State Theater. So I obviously have some questions. Like, are the three partners, Jordan, Robert, and Andrew, involved in the revitalization anymore? Or did they quietly leave and let the local governments, organizations acquire the theater? Either way, this is a 14,000 square foot historical property in downtown Hanover, and the local community and government are now on board to revitalize it. This actually might happen this time. So let me know in the comments anything you know or remember about this theater, and let me know if you would like a mini documentary about the theater and the story behind it. Myself and many others who crossed paths with this building would love to see the theater open as a community center for movies and performing arts or live events. The architect William Harold Lee designed many theaters throughout the Northeast. One of them is the restored Majestic Theater in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, which was a pretty cool experience when I visited a few years ago. Hanover would definitely benefit from a theater, a cool one at that, in downtown. Really, anything open in downtown is cool at this point. Eventually, we can be more picky as downtown Hanover becomes more busy, but the Hanover State Theater is a great option. Surprisingly, Hanover has a solid theater community with multiple companies and performances at the Eichelberger Performing Arts, for example, and the Hanover Little Theater. The local school districts put on fairly impressive shows as well. But I know the Hanover State Theater would be a great additional performing arts center that Hanover has been missing for many years. It can truly become an icon again for what it is and not for what it was. Or maybe a little bit of both. I don't know, we seem to really relish the past. Thank you for all of the support on this channel. As always, I love hearing from you, and I am happy to announce that at the time I'm making this video, this channel has 100 subscribers. In a terrible live stream we did a while ago, my friend Tim promised a haunted house tour if we reached 100 subscribers. I am not sure yet what we will do to celebrate, but you'll know when it happens. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to see more in the future. If you really like the video, you can always buy me a coffee using the link in the description. And now it's time to turn off your device and go explore something. Okay, see ya. Don't do it. We're all gonna die. Hey friends, Clay here. I'm back for another vlog. We are in Hanover, Pennsylvania tonight, and we're gonna go explore, just check up on things. We were here on one of the episodes for a couple of guys go look at stuff, and we're gonna see how things are going, like during coronavirus, or I should say COVID-19. I'm here with Tim. He does not like my light.
No. Well, I like it, just not my eyes. Hey guys, Tim here from Hanover and F Films Travel. So it's my guarantee to you that if you ever come to Hanover on a vacation and want some insight or like a personalized tour from us, we'll do that for you. Just subscribe, like, and comment below when your vacation is and what you want to see, and we'll take you. We'll take you in the Golf or the truck.
That sounds dangerous.
Nah, it's fine. We'll take them. That's fine.
We want to make sure we put all the trash inside the dumpster. This looks like a rather fresh sign as well.
You're setting yourself up for heartbreak, because I don't know if we're going to get all the trash in there.
So we'll get most of it.
Yeah. A good portion.
This was the back of the Hanover Theater that we explored. Looks about the same.
I didn't really think this was going to be subject to change.
Yeah, this was not affected.
It's a good start. I was terrified that the old abandoned theater would be horribly affected by this this virus. Yo, it's the same people. It's the same people who made the dumpster sign.
Use this door when you arrive at the beginning of your workday.
No, this is for not at the beginning of the workday.
This is at the beginning.
No, do not use this door.
Oh, do not. Oh, I don't like to read.
So you made fun of the signs, but you're the one of the people that would need them.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to read like things in red font. So y'all can let us know in the comments how you like this type of video where we just kind of explore. We like doing things at night.
Sure do.
We could do it during the day, but
yeah, I won't be a part of that.
this thing's still for sale.
Was that the theater?
Yeah, we're at the theater.
Oh, good.
This place maters.
There it is. This place probably still smells like a flea market. Maybe it aired out.
Doubtful. This was the family restaurant that we explored the outside of, and looks like somebody bought it and is doing some construction, some renovation. We got the dumpsters over there. This is the iconic shot where we were all looking at each other through the glass. There's the police.
Yeah, I'm sure they have something to say about this.
And this is, I mean, the front door is gone.
That's kind of cool.
You can see a little further in there.
Well, it's
They're
okay,
just
you
doing
can't-
things.
You can't get in because
Public restrooms are for use by paying patrons only. But what are they doing in there?
lady.
Lincoln Investment Planning. It's got an old, what is that, stone? What happened at the Battle of Hanover? Can you...
Yeah, so this was another time when the Union and Confederates just kind of like ran into each other.
It's not really like a big deal, but a big deal for Hanover.
Yeah, this was like a battle on the way to a battle. At this
Battle on the way to the battle?
point, yeah, this was my favorite Led Zeppelin album.
Is this a operational cannon?
It's hard to say. They kind of just wing it. In the 1950s, there was a big push to just see what would happen. I haven't heard of any accidental cannon shots in some time.
You can really look down the barrel.
They kind of realize that there's not a lot of people running around with cannonballs, so why spend all the money on concrete to seal them up?
He's on the Union, right?
Yeah.
So nobody's gonna try to take him
Tear
down.
this down now. Everything here is going to be like really pro-union.
Got the fountain still going.
So the fountain's actually a really interesting part of Hanover. When I wrote my thesis report on like the town square, apparently there was like a roundabout and it was just right there. Yeah, the Hanover Square as we know it is pretty new. At some point in his 200-year life, George Washington stopped somewhere in Hanover. I'm assuming it was this building.
At the inn, located on this site. Which is, it's kind of cool because, well, first of all, how many people are claiming that George Washington is 200 years old?
To my knowledge, Hanover, Pennsylvania is the only... To my knowledge, Hanover, Pennsylvania is the only town willing to double down on the fact that George Washington was 200 years old.
Maybe he was.
It's not like I have a degree in history, alright? I don't have one of those hanging up in my home office.
But this is a fun building because you can rent office space here,
Yep.
and it's been a couple things. It's been like a couple department stores. I don't remember the first one, but there was like a Bon-Ton here, which that's long gone as well.
Bon-Tons just cycle through Hanover like pinball.
But my dad had an office in here, and they put this ugly like gating around all the windows. It used to just be like
Yeah.
3 or 4 stories of like windows, and it was like a fun building, but Now it's kind of not as fun. So this part's still nice. You got that mood lighting.
Yeah, I really think this is a beautiful snapshot of our town. You take this alley, you hit the one bar.
Nobody bought the bank yet, though.
No, I think that'd be a really cool thing to buy. Like set something up in there.
Like a bank?
Maybe. That would be my fallback plan if my outlandish idea already has a vault. The only time I've ever seen these types of like walkways was in Spider-Man video games, and then in this alleyway.
Oh yeah, I filmed a video here with Nick once. And people are really doing the graffiti.
Yeah, they love it. You never run into people doing graffiti though, it's always just kind of there. I like this, I like
Pretzels.
looking around at stuff.
Somebody decided to like draw pretzels everywhere because Hanover is the snack food capital of
Is that what that is, a pretzel?
the United
half
States.
pretzel, yeah. Oh, you're right, there are pretzels absolutely everywhere.
So I've seen these around town. You got the face masks. Max.
Max is the new superhero for the quarantine.
So the McAllister Hotel was around for a long time.
Yeah, very, very old. And it was
How old do you
always-
think it is? This is something.
1800s, late 1800s.
They put an elevator in there.
This is wild. What is this building?
Oh, okay.
What?
This is a new brewery. They got a sign in there.
Wait, what was that?
Looks like Fat Dat.
Oh,
But I bet, you know what this...
Fat Hat.
Or Fat Hat?
Fat Hat Brewing. That's what we need.
Fat Hat Brewing.
We already have 6 microbreweries in Hanover. Let's shoot for 7.
Yeah, but this was a nice building. This part of the building was the Black Rose.
Black Rose?
Yeah, and yeah, we looked at the venue once,
Oh, really?
and I think it used to be like one of those social clubs. The person who was trying to make it a venue, they ended up selling it or leasing it or something. So I bet whoever's doing that business, they bought it. That's exciting.
It is exciting. I don't know what was happening.
Now this building's gone. It used to be this used to be a furniture store.
Yes.
And they had all these sales. Where they were like saying they were going out of business, then they never did. But they did it like 3 or 4 times and then
Yeah.
now they're gone.
Wasn't that every furniture store ever?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, this is it. We're going out of business. And next month they're like, we can't have any lower prices.
Something's going on with the Evening Sun over there. That's the town Hanover's newspaper. Looks like they're remodeling it or
Yeah,
something.
I saw something online because someone was really concerned. They were thinking like riots were happening.
Oh, and here's a new. Yeah, I think they got part of this building too.
Yeah, this is for that bar I guess they're going to put in.
They got. There's only so many like liquor licenses in town.
That was a very difficult concept for me to understand. Like, there's a limited amount of them, period, here. So if you want to make a bar, you can't just be like, well, guess we're selling beer.
So here we got some outdoor seating from another microbrewer.
Yeah. And I'm not joking, there's 6 of them in town.
We still got apartments and the shoe store. Hanover was known for the Hanover shoes, but now they're Clark's.
Yeah, the Hanover Shoe
I
Farm.
don't know if they're connected in any way, but a lot of people know Clark's now.
Yeah.
Here's the statue. in the square of Hanover. Pennsylvania's a Commonwealth. Apparently the internet thinks that's what Pennsylvanians do. They
just wait for people to
It's a
say the state of
Commonwealth.
Pennsylvania.
Well, actually,
Pennsylvania's a Commonwealth.
we really
Did you
have
know?
49 states and one commonwealth.
So there's more outdoor seating.
For
That's changed. More outdoor seating.
Yeah, I was driving. I follow them on Facebook because I really like their beer, and they're trying to stay good with the times.
It's a fun place.
It really is.
I did an open mic there once.
Really?
Yeah. Don't do it. We're all gonna die.
You need to be roped off.
We gotta rope it off.
Hey, you guys from Monsters Inc. Sneeze, sneeze, sneeze.
2319. We got 2319. Oh, this will tell you about Richard McAllister. He was the founder of Hanover.
Yep.
I remember that now. This is a goofy little lake.
It's a stupid system.
Are they trying to preserve the plaques?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah. Oh.
So he had he founded the town and
So, it
217 acres.
Hey, do you trust me that I'm like a good historian?
Let's do it.
I wrote my paper on this.
Go for it.
Look for one of these that says something about digs.
Oh, he's right there. John Diggs.
Okay, so the whole thing was like, there was a big stipulation. This place was subject to bloodshed like immediately. So this whole Diggs choice thing, the big subject of it was who this land belonged to. Back then, there wasn't clear boundaries for like Maryland and Pennsylvania or anything like that. So a lot of Hanover, Maryland was like, oh, this is us. And it ended up that there was actual like skirmishes between like just random farmers. They'd be like, someone would just be like standing on their lawn, and some guy would run up and he'd be like, well, this guy's on my lawn, and then they just shoot him. And then families actually started to like go to each other's homes with like armed posses. I guarantee there's a plaque about it
Posses?
somewhere. Yeah. But that's when like they wrote to the government, the federal government, and they're like, hey, could you guys straighten this out because we're about to have a really small time war here.
And this is like late 1700s.
Yes. Hey, look at this. Look. What did I say?
Native Americans and
Charters granted to Penn and Lord Baltimore conflicted. I forgot. It was like a lawless town.
so we've talked about the dynamics amongst ourselves of how a lot of people migrate to Hanover now in the past 20 years or so
Oh, sure.
from the Baltimore area, and
It's very clear now.
this is it. I guess it's more ingrained in the history than we thought.
Yeah, like I was saying, the whole founding of this town was almost a part of Maryland.
Oh, here we go, Forest Park. They tell me all about it.
I didn't know we had an amusement park.
South of Mount Olivet Cemetery was an amusement park from its beginnings as Eichelberger Park in 1904 until it closed in 1967. It offered a roller coaster, merry-go-round, roller skating rink, theater, thrill rides, band concerts, a picnic area, vaudeville acts.
Vaudeville is like a really, really cheap form of theater. It's like slapstick. Like Will Ferrell and Steve Carell would have been in it if they were around at that time.
What does that mean?
It
You
means
don't like
it's-
Will Ferrell?
I think his comedy is very cheap and derivative. Here's Will Ferrell.
Oh, my pants are down. Whoops, fart noise.
See, but I think they both have a very dark humor behind their humor.
If by dark you mean it's sad that a 50-year-old man is still doing fart comedy, yes, very dark.
And dancing the live orchestras.
We learned about vaudeville today.
But if you ever catch a Will Ferrell production, he produced it,
Yeah.
it's actually really depressing. There's a lot of manufacturing here. Hanover Foods, Hanover Shoe, Hanover Wire, Shepherd and Meyer Shoe Company. They pretty much built the town in the way that we know it today.
It's like...
Was there a lot of
Yeah.
damage to the square, or was it always that muddy?
No, that was like all the original pictures of like the town of Hanover, like the town square. It was just mud. It was just dirt roads. So the whole point, the way this town was organized, it was so you could get to like Baltimore and like Harrisburg and places like that quicker, and like Philadelphia. Like all these roads initially just led to them.
It's still that way today.
Well, yeah, you can still get right to Harrisburg.
So we got a barbershop salon here.
Has this always been here?
It's relatively new. I think there were a few barbershops in town, but and of course we got a lot of tattoo parlors and
Yeah, we have a lot of them. Do you really
They got
call them
a-
a parlor?
mask. The Evening Sun under construction. That's where the news happens. Wait a minute, Clay. The news doesn't happen there.
The news is happening everywhere. Like it's reported there.
What's up? Oh yeah. So a little plug about why I love this town so much. We've been walking around for like an hour, and any town you really think people are like, hey man, I'm gonna kill you, but everyone that we've talked to so far is like, hey, it's a good town. Or that guy was like, my car. I just
Mostly they just want to rev their engines on my camera. Just kind of
that's what makes me laugh about Hanover.
people are trying to revitalize the downtown.
Yeah, there's been a big movement recently to make the downtown like.
So that founder of Hanover, there's the hotel named after him, and
To my knowledge, there was like a
This
hotel
is-
here.
this is gonna be. Well, is that where?
Washington stayed?
I
don't think so.
thought Lincoln stayed at this one. Maybe
Could be.
not.
Yeah, but this was definitely like an old-timey hotel.
They're trying to make these luxury apartments now.
And you can see they're kind of really taking their time with
They actually like
creating it.
put most of the light bulbs in there, got them all working.
I'm sure they're going to change the marquee to not the Hotel Richard McAllister. Or are they making it still the Hotel Richard McAllister?
Yeah, they got a new sign over there.
I thought if they're changing it from like luxury apartments,
Looks like a fancy Marriott or Hilton in there.
and that's 3 for 3 for my theory that this is the nicest town to walk around in at night.
Now, there's been next door a few places that see they have a license too.
Yep.
There's been a few places that have tried to make a business in here, and I think there's another entrepreneur trying to do that. Maybe we could do a thing, you know, like
We could drive cars and drink coffee.
we could explore with coffee, or that sounds weird.
No, let's explore with coffee.
We could do what do you call it? A collab. There you go.
collab, yeah.
We could do a collab.
Sure.
If they ever see this.
They won't. They might.
So do you have to, you have to go downstairs. So they have the downstairs.
Oh, I love that.
I've heard all good things about them. How do we say it?
IKEA.
Ikea?
IKEA. I don't know.
Ikea? Ikea? Is it? I don't think we're cultured enough. Ikea? So this is one of the famous hot wieners or wiener lunch places. This is the famous lunch.
But it's confusing. Out of towners, but have you gone to the hot dog place? And I'm like, what?
There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, and none of them are spread out. They're all like.
But it's a good place to get some lunch.
I like that one. It's got like bar stools. I like a bar.
Super old.
Yeah.
Who was in there? Nixon? Or,
Yes. Yeah, he was.
yeah, so Nixon ate there. This place, I don't know what's going on in here at the moment,
What
but
was
it
this
looks
place?
like they're doing something, restoring it. But it was like the last thing. It was like a little shop you could buy little knickknacks.
A
And they
souvenir
had
shop is what are you trying to say? Souvenir
nah,
shop?
like knickknacks for your patio axe and
Giving bones?
And,
For dogs?
like
Or bones for dogs?
no, like you know, they had like Vera Bradley, and they had like things to decorate your home, and
Yeah. It's like
purses.
Pier 1 imports, yeah.
yeah, Pier 1 with purses. I like how it's all boarded up and they have this lovely doormat.
Well, I mean, you can probably still use the door.
This is this is the second parking garage of Hanover. There's only two, right?
There's another parking garage in Hanover.
The hospital.
Oh. I forget that that's part of our town because it's so
It's
nice.
crazy.
That's
So the whole apartment craze has hit this small town of Hanover.
Look, oh my.
Over there's some kind of like climbing business. What is a climbing business? You think you go like rock climbing,
They
or
probably have like an
indoor thing? I'd do that. They don't have any outdoor seating
on there to scan
because they want you to find out about it.
Can't they just put up a
This
plaque?
is modern art.
It's certainly cool. I'm just saying, why not put up a plaque? There's not a lack of plaques in the town.
Is this made out of horseshoes and
I see horseshoes,
bike parts?
bike gears, bike chain. Yep. Looks like they took apart a horse
It's
and a
fun.
bike. And
This is a
here you have a tripping hazard. We could become so rich if we just like ended up tripping. You caught on camera, like, oh, I'm new at exploring Hanover. Oh no, I'm injured.
this hole was covered up.
Very well. Like, there's no way anyone's gonna mistake my phone. I think they could have probably split
Do
the
that on
resources.
purpose.
Like, there's a hole over there completely unguarded, and this
Oh
hole.
yeah, they
you
got
have
too
to-
many cones.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, I think we pretty much covered the square. I mean, the library that I joked around about that was closed when it really wasn't. It actually is still closed from coronavirus. Like,
COVID.
the library itself got sick. I don't know.
Well, books are old.
They just don't want people
Sneezing in the books.
sneezing in the books and
They don't
being
want them
around
doing
each
that
other.
Ever. Yeah. It's never a good time to sneeze into the books.
Alright, so we've had enough. This was a nice fun vlog that we just explored town, and we could explore some other things, you know, in the future. Let us know in the comments if you like this video, and you know, maybe you want to have us to explore something at night. We'll try to go do it. Follow us at eFilms Travel on Instagram. You can keep up with our nonsense. I'm gonna try to post more things because I have not been very good on Instagram.
I've looked at your Instagram. I'm surprised we're not losing subscribers. So yeah, guys, the offer still stands. If you are, going on vacation to Hanover, if you just want to come hang out with us, let us know. We'll give you a personal tour of our town with a lot of like stories of what we did here as kids, or like high school things that happened.
I already got that part. You're good.
No, it was too loud. It was too loud. It had less of you going.
Well, no, that would be safe, Tim.
Because now we're gonna Facebook them before we let them come hang out with us. Like,
My camera's gonna die. Okay, see ya. Hey friends, welcome to eFilms Travel. I'm here for another eFilms Travel vlog, and I'm in Hanover, Pennsylvania. I'm going to try something new and drive around the town, and hopefully my camera stays stable enough for that. But I'm going to start out at the North Hanover Mall, which is slowly dying. We have JCPenney's that left just recently, and we have Sears, which has been gone for, I think it's a year, 2 years now. There's some construction going on at Sears, so I don't know what's gonna go in there, but that's exciting. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when we post a new video, and give us a thumbs up so it lets us know that you care. It also helps with the Google algorithm, but that's not exciting. So I'm gonna drive around and give you guys a tour or an update of what's going on around Hanover, Pennsylvania, because there's some new things happening. This might be a little challenging since I'm not using a GoPro. Gonna have to borrow a friend's GoPro in the future because using my Panasonic is a little cumbersome in the car. I'm literally like bungee cording a tripod to the seat and driving around here. JCPenney there. That is no longer with us. Drive around to Sears, might get a nail in my tire. So this is Sears in all of its glory. I'm gonna try to drive up there without getting in trouble. There's some things going on in there. This was that beer place that we explored, and now it's a Meineke. Yeah, off on the other side of this intersection, that is where the Hot Now was, where we explored the ruins of it. I mean, there really wasn't much. Now it's just a really bustling Taco Bell. Ever since the pandemic, well, that Taco Bell was pretty busy, but the pandemic hit and it seems like the whole town goes to Taco Bell. So the moral of the story today is don't film and drive. So I'm thinking that this video will either be somewhat entertaining to you or I'm just gonna put you to sleep, you know, like when a parent can't get their kid to go to sleep, they just put him in the car and drive him around. I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm only gonna have about half an hour left of daylight here. So we're coming up on downtown Hanover. I'm gonna get some shots of the places we walked around at. We got that burned down house coming up, the library. I don't know if you can see it, there's a burned down house. We just drove by the Hanover Shoe Factory, which is now a bunch of apartments. Got all the Christmas decorations up. So back here we're coming up on the back of, this is the back side of the Hanover Theater. There it is in all its glory. It's still there. Nobody bought it yet. Or, I don't know if anyone had bought it, but nothing's really happened to it. There's just some garbage all around it. That's nice. But yeah, hopefully one day someone can afford to fix that place up. They might just have to completely level it, unfortunately. Here we're coming up on the sock, the park meters that have socks on them. Oh, there's only one left. No, two left. We're also gonna come up here in a minute. The old family restaurant that sat for years and years. So yeah, they've been doing some work on it. I still don't know what it's gonna become, but one of these days it will be something. So following this guy will be good because then I don't have to feel bad about their license plate. So I'm just gonna drive through the square. To the left of me, I'm not gonna show it because I'm driving, but that's the Hanover Theater. And in front of me, we're gonna have all of the different microbrewers we walked around. I think that one, I believe it's called Fat Bad or something like that. That I don't know if it's open, but it does look like it's open, or it could be. Everything's kind of up in the air in Pennsylvania, or back and forth with how many people you can have or what time you can serve drinks. It's all over the place. So here is the Hanover Square. Exciting. I don't know if I caught it, there was a Christmas tree back there. There's the famous hot wiener in all of its glory. There's 3 places. There's the Texas hot wiener and 2 famous hot wieners. I believe there's different owners, but it's practically the same thing. Although, if you talk to anybody in town, they will tell you that it's not the same. But at the end of the day, they serve hot dogs. So I'm gonna drive past all of the stores, like the big retail stores in town. We call it the Golden Mile. And there's even this like extension of the Golden Mile Part 2. I don't even know if it's really a mile or not, but we're gonna drive by it. That's where the old Bonton was. Though it used to be in the mall, and even before that it was in the square of Hanover years ago, like before my time, which isn't that long ago, but. And we got the Kmart. I mean, the Bonton was part of the Kmart building. And I think there's in that old Kmart building, there's a Home Depot and a Bonton, and the Bonton is for lease right now since Bonton kicked the bucket. It's also a good day to be in my car because it is raining. So quick question you can answer in the comments. Has your local area, inquiring minds want to know, has your local area improved during COVID or not improved, like gotten worse? Because I feel like some areas I feel like everything kind of changed in a way. You can just tell me in the comments below how your local area changed. Is it struggling? Are new businesses popping up because old ones closed? You know, what's going on? I know in this area we had some places that were ready to go, and then COVID, you know, put the nail in the coffin. But we also have some new businesses popping up. I'm not sure how they're going to perform. So we're back at the back side of the Kmart. I like looking at this because although it's been painted, it does look like a Kmart from the back. I don't like to go over there because they got a lot of nails and stuff. Over there is where the Home Depot stores their lumber and whatnot. Good old Kmart. Maybe one day you'll be a trampoline park. We also have our movie theater. Our movie theater is not too far away from here. I wonder, this movie theater is a chain, but it's like, it's not one of the big ones. So I guess you could talk about that in the comments too. You know, did your movie theater survive? Is it just a matter of time? Because I don't see movie theaters sticking around much longer. It says for sale, but I think it's just talking about this property here next to it. Or maybe it is for sale. Our movie theater might be done. There is no one here. It says we are open though. It says we are open, but there's not a car in the parking lot and there's a for sale sign out front. I don't know if that's like, I don't know if the sign is for this property, but yeah, this doesn't look like they're open. I'm gonna have to do a little research on this one. They have current movies. Maybe they parked in the back? Maybe it's just like a self-serve thing now. The movies are kind of all automated and you get your own popcorn if there's any left, and yeah, it's kind of like an honor system. Or maybe there's a robot there. You can just like do like an ATM machine and it gives you your ticket. They also had a few shops close over here. Our Pier 1 is no longer with us, although I believe all of them went out of business. And there is some kind of craft shop like AC Moore that went out of business. So before it gets too dark here, I'm gonna drive by the Ryan's restaurant, which is obviously closed from our other video we had where we explored the remains of Ryan's and talked about why they closed, which the rumor was there was a lot of health code violations, and people were getting sick from their food. Plus, it's just not that great of a place. They didn't update with the times. It was a buffet, and even if they did survive before COVID, after COVID, they would not have made it. But I believe the Ryan's building is being turned into some sort of car place. I think maybe like a car wash or like a car dealership with a car wash in it. Let's check it out. This furniture store didn't make it either. Wolf Furniture. We bought our couch from there. I always complain how uncomfortable it is. I also had to repair it within like 1 year. And that's no fun. You know, maybe if they didn't sell cheap couches. So it looks like people are actually working right now on this building, but I'm just gonna drive in and turn around. This guy notices me. Turn around. So it's getting dark. That's all I got for you guys tonight on this vlog. I will see you guys in a new video, not next week, but the next week, because I'm posting every other week now on Tuesday nights. So make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at eFilmsTravel, and give us a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Okay, see ya. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you know when we post a new video, and give us a thumbs up so you know we care. This episode of A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff is brought to you by me and my friends. Just kidding, we don't have a sponsor yet.
I wish they would like do more to maintain.
What would you like for them
They could
to
start with
maintain?
just cutting the grass.
Would you say you want this place to have mini golf again?
Not saying that, just, you know.
You would want them to be in business so they can cut the grass? Someone's been cutting something.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're here at A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff. And we are checking out an old abandoned golf course. Alright, it's not that old. But it's been abandoned. It's been abandoned for about a year.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a interesting location. They had two 18-hole courses, and they were pretty adventurous. It was called like something along the lines of McDuffers. Or as some people like to say, McDuffies. But
There wasn't like one was like the Highlands and the other one had
the Highlands and the Lowlands. So they were very, very considerate lads and lassies. Is that how you say lassies? And they would, I guess the lads would be the dudes, and the lassies, the dudays. They would putt from there. Not a lot of golfing going on here. Well, I guess this has been like a whole year of not mowing.
parties you can climb the spots that you could when there was water.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there used to be like water down here. This would be a fun place to like be homeless.
Especially in
The little bear cave. This is adventure golf if I've ever seen it.
You'll be fine. There you go. So wiggle my way through there. Here's the fun part.
Lightning.
Got the lightning.
Wind. They were really into mini golf here, like
And there's that murky pond.
do you see this hole? You had to get it from there to there to there to there.
Oh yeah. Well,
Wait for something to pop out of there.
Anybody here? Anarchy.
It says welcome home.
This is a good neighborhood.
There's 666. Anarchy. Saturdays are for
Well, you gotta have all the religions.
glory hole. Don't put the camera at that. Jones.
Oh boy.
This is Jones.
Where's this go? Upstairs? That was fun.
one way to be on the other side. Is there at least a walkway?
Oh, you're fine. There's steps.
Huh?
There's steps.
Another hole up top. That used to be a waterfall. Oh wow, so that just goes into, does it go into there and then it would go into another hole? That's nifty.
Right there.
Go in that hole. It would, that's designed so that it goes down that hole. You don't even have to go over there. And then it would pop out down there. Another cave.
Do it. Sit.
Oh, come on.
Just trying to find the deepest, darkest places for him to go. Seems actually
This is like,
It's actually
Why
not-
here?
It's not that bad. What's that right there?
this is where you would sleep. That's a fun hole.
That's what she said.
Oh! Andy, that's inappropriate.
Man, I'm sweating like crazy.
It's a little bit moist. So yeah, around here somewhere there was a shack and they just leveled it and that's where you'd get your tickets or you pay admission and where you get like
They give you the clubs and they give you the balls.
yeah, you can get like ice cream. They served ice cream and like shaved ice. This is a good one. Yeah, so that's like the highlands, and then the lower parts, that was the lowlands. Oh, is that where the balls would come up?
Possible. Yeah, that's where it would go. Yeah, the balls would come down that pipe right in there.
For like the last hole?
Yeah.
Or for like...
18th hole. Brady, the line is, I wanted it hot, and I wanted it now.
It go rain. I'm raining sideways.
Couple of guys go look at stuff. And one girl.
It's better than his grade from last week.
As of September 2016, there's only one hot now left.
Couple of guys go look at stuff and...
With a vagina.
Oh, I don't
That's what he said last week.
Oh, keep it light. Keep it light.
Kalamazoo, Michigan.
What do you want us to do? Just
Number of
go look at
locations.
stuff?
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just go look at stuff. Here lies the old hot now.
Hold on.
I want it hot and I want it now. But not anymore. I think this place lasted for what, like a few months?
Probably that.
And nobody can find what year it was.
No, it was 1984.
Oh, 1984.
1984. And it lasted until 1984.
Wow. 1984 to 1984.
Here's a brick. Here's a brick. Here's a brick. Here's another one. Another one. Another one. And another one. And a metal rod.
Wow, look at that rock.
It's very metal.
This is the hot now piece of wood. In all its glory. From that kind of looks like the hot now.
That looks exciting, yeah.
It's full colored on the other
Oh,
side.
there's crickets.
Ooh,
The whole village.
that's probably why they closed.
Now.
Ants.
Crickets. Cricket infestation.
This must have been the menu.
Alive when it was open.
And wait, what about that one?
So it did last
Like
longer
maybe
than
like a
usual.
clearance and like a menu. I can just smell the grease. I think that's some leftover grease in there right now. They not IDing anymore.
There's Mountain Dew or a cup of tea. I can't tell.
Hello? Anybody there? Hello?
If I had to close down, I would leave a cup of tea.
Oh, really?
This is where they used to
Zombie just attacked.
sell the beers and things,
Hey, I would. You guys
the
want
beverages.
a drink? There's a soda right there.
Pretty nice siding for being abandoned.
Yeah. Here's your good old
That's your mill.
filtration system.
That's where the
That's where they made the kegs.
moonshine.
Yeah, the shine of the moon.
Where's the coil?
Yeah. That's right. There.
Oh, look at these gutters. Those are nice.
Yeah.
So the government disposes of it in random places.
And open it.
Better than dumping it in the sewer.
Look at all those butts.
That's a lot of bugs, man.
Chickens? You think they used to have chickens in there?
I don't know.
Andy, you could live here. It's a little house. Tiny house.
Oh, it's a sign.
Oh, it's not a body bag, it's just a sign.
Yeah.
But we accidentally came across this foundation. Looks like an obstacle course.
It's like the
this
Hidden
is the
Temple,
ni-
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
There we go.
That's where we're filming it now.
See, Clay, you know what we found? We found American Ninja Warrior.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hanover style.
Well,
Oh, look. I didn't mean to knock.
I mean, no one's home. So.
they got some violations. Too much ratatouille.
Yeah, they didn't have the copyrights for Disney.
This is exterior main.
I don't know, something about rats on chefs' heads. I don't know.
This is the final resting place of Jans. It's not really Jans, but that's kind of the name. They used to have like a lot of food in mass quantities. Became notorious for food poisoning, I think, allegedly. But they are no longer with us.
I love their garden. I love botanical gardens.
This is where you could exit only. Yeah, one of the letters was always the light was out. It made it Jans. What are those things called?
I don't know.
A lockbox?
Oxbox?
Jockbox?
That sounds like...
Hotbox?
Hotbox. I think the hotbox.
Hello.
Oh yeah, wow.
This is the generator that would generate all their food. This is a lawsuit waiting to happen. This is where they would pluck all those rotisserie chickens.
Oh yeah.
This was the company shower. This is where they put the plates.
Yeah.
You grab all your plates
It's really
for the
nice and
smorgasbord.
I love this black piece right here.
Yeah. Open air too, so they dried pretty quick.
And a complimentary rack. This is something. Cutting board, maybe?
I heard that the employees didn't even know that they were done. They showed up for their shift the next day and it was just closed with signs everywhere saying it was closed.
Who said that?
I don't know. I don't remember now.
You don't sound very reliable.
I read it somewhere. I heard
You know
it.
you have to MLA format that?
Yeah. I have to cite my
MLA.
sources.
No, this is like AP.
Oh, so APA?
No, just
Yeah.
AP.
AP.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Clay, is the car open? You can go to the car, I think.
Wow. Look at this place. It's like Kmart used to be here. Oh! I can't believe we're doing this.
That song was in a movie that I've seen. I'm lost in translation. It's the same tune.
The best to you from Kmart Radio. KMRT.
There's the old Kmart tiling. For a while, it was what are those things? Bonbons?
Yeah, wontons?
Wontons? And it turned into also a house despot. Is that right?
Oh yeah. Orange box?
There's one of those house box locks.
Oh, hot box.
A hot box. And look, a doorbell. Someone should go ring it.
The set includes a 4-inch wood. The Easy Painter 1-coater brush.
Who's gonna go ring it?
It will help you get the job done.
Act like you have a pizza. And that concludes couple of guys go look at stuff, and one lady person.
You make me uncomfortable.
Now we're gonna go eat at the wild place.
Yeah. Where the buffalo roam.
If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and tell us in the comments what you would like us to explore next. As always, you can subscribe and ring the notification bell, and that will let you know when we post a new video every Monday. You can follow us at eFilmsTravel on Instagram, and we'll let you know when the next episode of A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff will be posted. Okay, see ya. It's good enough, honey. Just leave it there.
My favorite thing about Pennsylvania is the views. Like, off in the distance, there's always just hills of green trees everywhere.
Yeah, it's very different than like the Midwest or even Florida. Florida's very flat. We're driving down, I call it the Golden Mile Part 2. There's another 4-lane road that has a bunch of shops and restaurants, but they extended it, what, 10 years ago? They keep building things on it. It just used to be farmland.
A lot of it around it still is.
But it's for sale, I'm pretty sure.
Oh. Looks like they're working on building a road over there.
One of our videos we talked about this old Ryan's restaurant. It was like a buffet, now it's a car wash. The one with the conveyor belt, and then you get a free vacuum at the end. Semis go right through the town, and there's no bypass or interstate or anything for them, so they come right through these rolling hills on the highways. And then in the summer they stop at all the stoplights and make big dents in the road. I think that's pretty true about most of the Northeast. When you go out more like in the Midwest, they kind of like planned all of that ahead of time. Allie grew up in the Midwest, and her town was pretty much planned, straight roads. You got numbers?
Yeah, we got a bunch of numbers.
And then you don't really see semis going through the town.
No. Yeah, that was definitely something new to me when I moved here to Pennsylvania.
So you get good at avoiding semis. Don't be in their blind spot. That is if you're living in the Northeast or the Hanover area. So yeah, back to the road names. There were like the main roads in Hanover. If you just follow them in that direction, you'll end up going to the name of the road, like just Baltimore Street. If you head south on it, you will eventually reach Baltimore,
Maryland.
Maryland.
Same with Frederick, Maryland. There's a Frederick,
Yep,
and you
Frederick
just
Street.
go to Frederick.
Then there's Carlisle Street. That'll take you to Carlisle. That's in Pennsylvania.
And then York, Pennsylvania, for Carlisle.
Yep. York Street.
For York.
Take York Street. It'll take you to York, Pennsylvania. Yeah, we really do enjoy hearing what you guys have to say about the videos and the little small towns we drive around. If you know any gossip about what's going on, go ahead and leave a comment below. Doesn't have to be gossip.
No.
You can know what's happening. That'd be better. I believe the arcade is no longer with us.
Oh, it died.
Hanover. But I think the one in York is still around. Timeline Arcade. I hear the live music again. Which is really funny to me because growing up, I took a couple friends and started playing music in the square. And boy, did people get upset. They were like, "What are you doing? I live in the apartment up there. And you can't do this to me."
Oh my goodness.
And we weren't even that loud. I mean, we had like maybe a little practice amp and acoustic guitars,
And
like
it's not, you
a
were
drum
playing,
set made out of a suitcase.
You were playing good music. It's not like you were just goofing around. You were playing songs.
Yeah, we were pretty good. But now everyone's like on the same page. Well, maybe not. Maybe those people are still mad. And everyone's like, well, let's revitalize the town. Make Hanover noisy again. Or was it ever noisy? Here we got Ravona pretzels. Pretzels are a Hanover staple. There's Snyder's pretzels, Ravona. So now we're coming up on the south end of town. Which, South Hanover, since Hanover is landlocked, it's not really technically South, or Hanover, it's various townships surrounding Hanover. This shopping center is what used to be Forest Park. Way back in the day, we made a video about it, and some people got it, others didn't. They were like, well, where's the amusement park? There was a few like amusement rides, like, concession stands,
But it was all
roller
taken down
coaster.
to build the giant.
Well, they built, I I forget what the first store was, and then there was a Hills, which is no longer around, one of those department stores that filed bankruptcy a bunch of times. But I went back here because it was kind of away from everybody, and you could get the feel of maybe something used to be here, but
There's not actually anything left
no.
of the amusement park. Some people were very
It was paved
upset.
over. They paved over it, tore it down. But even the shopping center has changed a lot. It had, there was a whole nother building that's gone. It's now a Burger King. I think they leveled the Hills department store, and that's where they built the grocery store. Plaza. They have, at night you can kind of see it more of the signs like straight from the 80s. So, that's all I got for you for this video. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. It lets us know that you like the video and helps other people find it too. I'm gonna end the video driving through some of the back roads around here. So don't forget to follow us at eFilms Travel. I hope you enjoyed our second drive through Hanover, PA. It's a much nicer day out. Not winter time. Not raining. Okay, see ya. Good evening, and welcome to another eFilms travel vlog. My name is Clay behind the camera. This is my wife Allie, and we are quickly
Losing daylight.
Yeah, but we are at the Hanover Trolley Trail in Hanover, Pennsylvania. We're gonna go on another hike. Interesting fact, Hanover, Pennsylvania used to have a trolley. Like 100 years ago. But then 1939, I think, was the last year. And I've heard a couple stories. One, that the trolley, they just didn't use it anymore because of cars and buses. I remember reading somewhere that they needed to stop the trolley because of World War II. But I haven't been able to find that source. We're gonna explore this trail. It's not super long. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish it though. But eventually they're hoping to get all 16 miles of this trail completed. I think it's...
You said today that it's taken them 10 years to do just the 2 miles, so...
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And there's a little bit of stretch in Spring Grove, Pennsylvania, on the way to York. But this trail supposedly
Is this
should...
actually a mile?
I think it's at least a mile.
Oh.
But it should go 16 miles from Hanover to York, the way that the trolley used to. And they would go, people would travel to and fro Hanover and York during the week and on the weekends. They'd use it for work, they'd use it for church, just hanging out. I don't know, that's what the article said. Specifically for church.
And what are they building here? Just more homes?
That looks like a condo. There's so many things being built around here, I have no idea.
They do have some nice benches along the way that look like they're donated by the Hanover Rotary Club.
Fancy.
This one's got bird poop on it.
Ooh.
Oh wait, those are stickers.
Never mind.
Burger recipes, who knows?
This is a kind of an ominous passageway up ahead.
Yikes. Look at the swamp. The swamp?
It's a swamp. See, now this looks like we're getting into, like, before we had to walk through like a neighborhood, and now this actually looks like a trolley trail.
Look at all the bugs.
It tastes kind of proteinish.
I'm gonna put my mask on. Hold on, sorry.
So depending on the time of day you come out here, you wear a mask if you're around people.
Or just don't want bugs in your mouth. And nose.
Yeah, the
holes.
bugs are good for you. I also remember there being a geocache somewhere along here. So if you're into geocaching, check it out. If you haven't already, you gotta hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up so that we know you care and you like this video. Yeah, just give us a little encouragement, lets us know if we're doing good. And make sure you hit the notification bell, because that'll let you know when we post videos and tells you what we're up to.
Look at this. We're approaching something made of concrete.
That looks like a
Water thing.
water thing, yeah. Like a drain, creek. I guess this would be a bridge. I feel like a trolley. Do you think they had like night trains?
No.
Oh.
I bet it was only during the day.
What's that?
I bet it was only during the day.
So we're coming to the end of the first section. And you have to follow the road up to the next section. Like I said, this trail is very unfinished.
Are we doing the next section?
I think we'll show it and then turn around. We'll get to it at a later date. Because trying to park anywhere other than the beginning is a disaster. Yeah, there are some, like, medical buildings around here that you could attempt to park at, but I don't think they want you to. It continues on across the street for maybe a mile. This one isn't in a neighborhood, it's more in like an industrial park, this part of the trail. So it could be a fun little hike. We're gonna start heading back and we'll let you know if we survive at the end. Alright, so we're back where you can park and stuff. Obviously it closes after dusk, so we're gonna head out. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and check us out on @eFilmsTravel. We have Instagram and Facebook, different things going on there throughout the week. So yeah, okay, see ya. Hey friends, welcome to another eFilms Travel vlog. I'm Clay behind the camera, and this is my wife Allie. Today we are back at the Hanover Trolley Trail, and we're doing the second half that we didn't get to. Now, I'll put a link in the description below to the other video we made for this trail. We're also testing out the WMX20 by Movo. It's a wireless lapel mic. There's two of them. You can record on separate channels. So we're not sure how the audio is going to turn out. It might be a little noisy. I don't know how good these transmitters are or what the range is. I mean, I've seen videos and reviews about it, but we're going to test it out, see how we like it. And we'll be able to use this with our Zoom H5 for our other videos, like a couple of guys go look at stuff. And that would be pretty handy. And a girl. Let's go on a hike.
This is the section of the walk that's like in the, what is this called? With the buildings.
We're in the industrial park.
Industrial park.
So it's kind of noisy. There's also traffic on the street we just came in on. Unfortunately, there isn't really anywhere to park to do this second half. Like, we parked at the high school, which isn't an official place to park, the Hanover High School. We have to walk down this busy road to get to the trail.
That doesn't really have a walking path or a sidewalk, so you just kind of have to walk in the grass or on the road. How long is this section?
I don't know.
Oh. So informative.
I think altogether it's 3 miles. And we probably did, what, like a mile the first time, mile and a half.
I wish I had a bike like that guy that was riding a bike. He got down fast.
You wish you had a bike, like the guy who was riding a bike.
Yeah, so I can ride a bike. I don't have a bike.
Why didn't you just say, I wish I had a bike?
That's a good question. One that I don't have an answer to. I feel like the other portion maybe may have been more than a mile and a half. Because this portion, well, I don't know, I can't tell. I thought that was the end of it up there, but it might not be.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when we upload new videos. And you can follow us at eFilms Travel on Facebook and Instagram. We post things throughout the week. I feel like this side of the trail has more of a view.
Yeah.
Even though there's a bunch of factories and semis.
The other side's just trees and houses being built.
It's a nice 90 degrees today.
There's a bit of a breeze though.
And there's humidity. It's kind of moist.
A little bit of chub rub.
You're not gonna say anything about the word moist?
No, I don't care. I'm not like the others. I've heard it one too many times to be bothered by it.
What is chub rub?
It's where
That sounds like a derogatory term.
It's just where your chubby legs rub together and then you get a rash. Or I guess it could be anywhere that you have chubbiness. Under your arms, your tum-tum.
I had chub rub once, and I had to get like an antibiotic for it.
Really?
No.
Oh,
Or chub rub was my nickname in high school.
that's a better joke.
That's not a joke?
I said that's a better joke.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure people who get chub rub really do get antibiotic creams. Or you can.
So in the comments, Allie wants to know what these bushes are with the red things coming off of them.
The stalks are red too, or purple. Let me know. Do they have
Yeah, let us
flowers
know
that
in the
bloom on
comments.
this?
I feel like I knew what they were at one point. I just can't remember. That's an unusually fat telephone pole.
It's not very nice.
It's big boned.
Husky.
Yeah, it's better we walk this way and film. Because if we walk the other way, then we would have just been in the sun,
Yeah, it's true.
pointed towards the sun.
My one recommendation for doing this walk is that you make sure to wear proper walking shoes.
Yeah, Allie's really good at not wearing the right shoes everywhere we go.
It's true.
I know what you're thinking, like, Clay, that sounds really passive aggressive, but no, it's just like a observation. And I don't necessarily suffer from it, it's just Allie ends up suffering the most.
I feel like I don't complain though. I just do it and then I'm like, well, that sucked.
So on a scale from 1 to bugs, how are you doing with the bugs?
Not as bad as the other day. I did see a dragonfly and lots of butterflies. But the bugs that fly up your nose haven't been too bad.
I believe off in the distance, that's the Pigeon Hills. And just a bunch of hills. People live up there. It's a nice view.
Finally, a bench.
Here's a bench, so you can stare at the corn.
What a view.
You can just look out and
Admire the corns.
admire the corn.
and the sound of the truck.
If you're wondering, that's where we've been.
It looks like our trail's coming to an end.
I'm not sure if this trail continues or not. I believe the sign says trail ends here.
Just like this video. Is that funny? No.
I don't hear the audience laughing.
Wait, you have to get me in front of the corn. That's how all the girls in high school did their senior pictures. In front of the corn.
In front of the corn?
No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so that's all the trail we had for today. And Allie's going to take up a new job, like as a farmer.
Okay.
So, if you like what you saw, give us a thumbs up. If not, give us a thumbs down. I heard some YouTubers say that the other day. I thought it was funny because everyone's so worried about what people think of them and how their video does. You know, they're like, "Oh, just go ahead, give me a thumbs down." Then I thought it was kind of ballsy. But yeah, follow us at eFilms Travel on Facebook and Instagram, and let us know how we're doing in the comments. So we'll see you all for the next vlog. Next week we're gonna take the week off, but on Labor Day we'll be back with a video. Okay, see ya. So I'm Clay, this is Tim. We're doing the JVC for what, 2004?
Yeah.
It's the old,
No,
like,
it's 2011.
Blair Witch Project when they did
2011.
This is like the only thing you can do when you're holding one of these camcorders is do this.
We're here at a state park, it's called Codorus, and we're checking out the Wildasin meeting house, right?
That's correct, Clay.
And I don't know much about it.
I know a lot about it. So, when this place, the Codorus State Park, used to not be Codorus State Park, there used to be a town called Marburg. And after a while, the government was like, "F that town," and they decided to fill in with water. They like built a dam, they did all sorts of stuff. So when there used to be a town called Marburg, there was a little meeting house, like a cemetery and a church. That way, so people would come up like through the mountain pass.
Mountain pass.
Yeah. And praise God, and then they go back into their little crater town. And now it's just a relic. So there's like Revolutionary War graves there.
Oh yeah,
you can
there's
go
a
in
lot
the
of
church.
history.
So a teenage couple passed us about 15 minutes ago, and I guarantee you we're not going to be able to go in there because they're having sex. It's a decent spot to have sex.
In the middle of the day?
Yeah, you gotta get the good sweat going, get the stank up.
Alright, so we're gonna do a hike.
Bug. Okay, hike it is.
Do you think that was a spotted lantern fly?
I wouldn't know.
I want to start a new infographic series where we do ghost hunts, but in the middle of the day.
That sounds fun.
And
Maybe
maybe
one of those spear boxes that just goes.
a beer box? Yeah, there'll be a lot of that.
I said comment down below what you'd like to see on the channel.
Now that you guys
For
are
the
commenting
vlog?
on
For the
stuff,
vlog, yeah.
let us know kind of how you feel, what you think. If you want
We
more
might
of
do
me,
it.
and when you do say you want more of me, comment how much more of me. Hours worth, my own channel's worth, How do you feel about me in general? You want to
See,
be my
this
friend?
is what I'm
You
saying.
want to hang out with me?
If you're such good friends, why does he want to start his own channel?
Oh my God!
That's what all the YouTubers do.
There's drama within a couple of guys. eFilms Travel.
And a lady.
But here is the actual meeting house. So I'm just gonna open this bad boy up and see if there's anyone doing anything creepy in here.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Well,
This is where they sacrifice people, right where you're sitting.
it seems like something I'm not really sure of what it is, because normally this isn't how a church is configured, right? Like this is a fire hazard waiting to happen. I find it really odd that like everything is kind of smushed in, but this is like the weirdest part of it to me, really. Does like the headmaster sit here and like profess to the people? Because normally there's like a whole, unless
Maybe. They could be Quakers.
Sure, I think they were actually, because this is from like the 1700s. Hey Clay, what's this symbol mean on your camera? Does it mean it hasn't picked up any of my audio? Because then it's kind of a bust. That thing.
I think it just means it's in silent mode.
I just think we kind of owe it to the people to like let them see what it would be like in the 1700s or the 1800s when this was happening. It's like, this is kind of what your viewpoint would be like if you're in a church service at this time. Just like, it was like, kind of.
Shout out. For
I think the ceiling looks really nice, right? The ceiling is better preserved than the floorboards, but this is kind of
Love the
what this is
deer.
about. What do you think that's about? I think that was like 19th century architecture gone wrong. So we were on our way to the meeting house, and we came across a young couple that was actually pretty interested in what we were doing, because they were walking around with cameras. And I told them kind of, hey, we're out here checking out the Wildasin meeting house today. Like, what do you guys, have you been there before? And they're like, yeah, it's actually really nice. But we were kind of talking about, hey, do people still use this place? Is it still active? And we have exciting news. The person's mother that we talked to is actually having her wedding here. So they just kind of contacted the person who owns it, and he was like, get married.
And they prefaced it by saying like, well, my mom's kind of weird.
Yeah, you were like, how did that come about? And she said, well, my mom's kind of weird, so.
I was trying to figure out like if she talked to the park services.
Right, no, yeah.
And she was
It wasn't-
like, I think it's really cool, but I guess she was trying to say it's like, this isn't a prime spot for weddings, but I think it would be like really interesting. You could get like hella good pictures in here though, if they lit it up real good.
Light it up.
I think that song was about like arson. I would encourage our viewers to not light up historic documents. Don't light up historic documents or sites.
The Constitution.
Keep it. That's like the next segment on our vlogs. Keep it or burn it with Tim. You bring in like the Constitution, I'm like, keep it. My tax receipts from 2007, burn it. If you look on my computer under a file that says taxes 07, I'll give you a little hint. You're not gonna find taxes. Oh man, that is so much. War starts 1775. Let's say most people were like in their 20s when they fought. So I'm no mathematician, but subtract being born in like 1730, 1720 even, from 1841. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm not trying to say there's any conspiracies here. I'm just like, I'm a historian. I have a degree in history, so like it really excites me.
I think they moved some of these graves.
Because down that way was the town of Marburg.
Yeah.
So maybe there was a cemetery down there, and they kind of moved them up.
Well, there is one on the
LaHo
trail.
Yes.
If you want to catch that one.
I actually would not be opposed to that. If you want to not have a heart attack, don't tap on bird boxes, because there's always a bird in them, apparently. I never really thought about birds actually being in the bird boxes. Not the Sandra Bullock film, but the actual bird box that the Park Services puts up. Do you guys hear war drums?
Yeah.
I really think we should get out of here.
I feel like they're getting louder.
It's the pool. There's a pool over there.
Yeah.
Nah, they opened it.
Really?
So, my brother had a turtle once. They called him small fry. And he was like the size of like a quarter. And then he grew up, so they called him supersized fry. But then he brought a like a pond and installed it in his backyard for him. Put him in the pond, he was gone.
Huh. What do you mean, did he drown? Or?
An
No,
eagle?
he either left or got eaten.
Yikes. I would eat a turtle.
So that was the vlog. Yeah, we got Instagram. It's in the description. We do things on the Instagram. And comment below. Tell us what you want to see in season 2 of A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff. A couple of individuals. It's up in the air. We might change it to a couple of individuals. I don't know. But let's go.
Sorry.
So, cameraman. That's it. Okay, see ya.
Sorry.
Okay. Hey friends, welcome to another vlog on eFilms Travel. My name is Clay, and I'm also here with my wife Allie, and we're in Codorus State Park on the lovely LaHo Trail. Now this is near Hanover, Pennsylvania, and I think a lot of people in this area know about this trail. This is Lake Marburg. It was a man-made lake. I don't remember when. Was it like the 70s or something? I don't know. But they made it for the state park, and the village of Marburg was filled in with water. So yeah. And it's a little noisy right now because we're near the road, but this could be a nice hike.
How come it looks like there are blue flowers on the thing?
This is the autofocus, or the focus tool. But we're gonna try to find remnants of the village of Marburg. I know there's like a cemetery back here, which has a lot of really old tombstones. And then we got, when the water's down, you can see like part of an old road. I think you can hike the other half of the road too, but we'll see what we can find. There's a lot of wildlife.
Why do you think they put these in?
I don't know. Some kind of project, like the Boy Scouts. Eagle projects, they go one of two ways. There's no like in between. It's either completely useless or like really, really nice. Yeah, this looks like an Eagle Scout project. A bridge to nowhere.
This is cool. It's like pathway.
That's part of the trail. But I don't know, maybe the water, like when it rains heavy, maybe there's like a stream that comes down here. for filming this on a new camera. I got the Panasonic GH5, which for all the video nerds out there, all the video people love it. So I'm excited. I also got the Zoom H5 field recorder, so we're messing with that.
Are you gonna title this video something like testing out these new things?
No, because I'm not. There might be another video, well, there will be another video when I learn enough about the camera, and I'll do like a little bit of a review for the GH5, because it deserves it. This is a bench.
In the middle of the walk.
It's kind of like, yeah, your local rundown mall, but if it had a nice view. And there's like an old person sitting on it. They sit by the trash cans so that people have to talk to them.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. I mean, I would do it. If I had nothing to do and I was retired or lonely. Well, Clay, we gotta keep it light. So the other vlog I did where I tested the Canon, I think it's called a GH5 too or something like that. Or GH50, right?
I think so.
Yeah, so that one, we didn't review it, and I think people were giving us thumbs down because it wasn't a review. But I was showing or displaying how it worked. Just with interviews. But I want to do a review on that one as well. So hopefully we can get a better response with the reviews.
Yeah.
And I want them to be helpful. Not like a pain in the butt where you have to like skim through it 30 billion times just to get an answer for something. But I'm liking this dual stabilization on the GH5. It's got it in the lens and the camera.
Look at that doo-doo.
Poop.
What is that from? A horse?
Probably. A lot of people do like horseback riding on some of these trails. I feel like this video is like borderline ASMR.
Yeah. With the feet and the walking.
Feet?
The walking.
Oh. I thought you were like talking about foot fetishes. Here's the weird walkway. Almost looks like, I don't know.
A roller coaster track.
Yeah.
Or a train track. Get some of that good stream sound. Cicadas. All you can hear is the cicadas.
Yeah, you can hear the stream. Oh, I was not actually peeing.
I like to imagine this place being like Pandora, where it lights up at nighttime.
Pandora, like in Disney World?
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's not called Pandora. It's Avatar. What's the name of their land?
I thought it was Pandora.
Oh, maybe it is. I don't remember. It stinks over here, though.
Poop?
Oh, road.
Yeah, I forget which road that is. There's an actual road over there. And this is the old road I was talking about.
This reminds me of the abandoned turnpike.
This is like a village road. And it goes all the way down there to the lake. And when there's a drought, you can see it. Because it's like, it goes underneath, it goes into the lake. But yeah. Pretty sure you can't see it now. The trail continues this way. And I think both ways will lead to the cemetery. And then we'll turn around and go back.
Is this the cemetery by your parents?
No, it's a different cemetery. This is not the cemetery at the Wildasin meeting house, which was another vlog we did.
Here it is.
This is another cemetery that's in this state park. A while back there was some vandalism. And I'm not sure like the history of this site itself, like maybe it was moved or changed. But I know like one of the more recent things that changed was they put up this nice tombstone saying who is buried here. Oh, here we go. The Mannheim Union Burial Ground. So this was put here in 1960. Looks like a lot of them are from Germany, because the tombstone was written in German. Raymond R. Utz and trustees. So the Utz, I guess that's the Utz family, which in the Northeast is like one of the leading snack food companies. It's based in Hanover, Pennsylvania. Interesting. So this is the walkway that leads down to that road that we saw. You gonna say something?
No.
Alrighty then. So this is the end of the road, as we know it. Huh?
So not really.
Oh, so there's
more.
There's
road.
more?
Over there.
No, I know. The road stops here, and this is where the lake is, obviously, but when it's really dry, sometimes you can keep walking. See, it goes into the lake, continues, and it's just eroding all the way to over there. Years ago we had a drought, and I was able to walk from this side of the road all the way over there, and that was fun. It wasn't fun for like vegetation, but there's like a paper company nearby that controls the dam for this lake.
It's not in Scranton.
No, not Scranton. These guys actually make the paper. And sometimes the water level fluctuates like drastically, because they'll need more water to power something in their factory, and they release the dam. It flows through a creek all the way to the factory. But when it's really, really low, and there's just no more water to release, that's when you can travel across the ghost road.
Is that a term you just coined?
Yep.
Good.
Ghost road.
We could now make a movie about the ghost road instead of Toad Road.
Yeah, in York, Pennsylvania, there's like the Toad Road, or the Seven, near there.
Oh, okay.
Like Helm Township or something.
Oh.
And it's also key. They also call it the Seven Gates of Hell.
Oh yeah.
Which there's a 7 gate to hell like
everywhere.
But on that note, let's go back. It's gonna get dark.
Yeah.
Didn't bring my light either.
Good one.
But we've already seen everything, so.
We could just sign off.
Yep. And then just say goodbye when we get back.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're not quite at the car yet, but we're trying to reduce the amount of road noise. So this was a hike with Allie and Clay at the LaHo Trail.
And the spider.
There's a spider right here. Yikes.
Okay. That's enough of him.
He's making a web.
You're gonna have to put like a spider warning in your video before you show it.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be advertising this as ASMR. So, you know, let us know in the comments below if you enjoyed this hike. Or if maybe you wanted less talking or more talking, or, you know, whatever. And then we'll keep you posted on a couple of guys go look at stuff. We're just itching to go look at stuff and actually get season 2 up and rolling. I'm not gonna wait until it's all filmed. I'm actually just gonna film it when I can and then edit and upload. So make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at eFilmsTravel, because, you know, we do different things on there. We want you to stay posted other than just like the YouTube channel, which, you know, YouTube's great because you can hit subscribe and the notification bell, and that tells you when we post a new video and what we're up to on YouTube. But there's more things, more regular things on Instagram and Facebook. So if you like one of those or both, go ahead and follow us.
Well, let's get out of here because I'm tired of the spider.
Allie's upset about the spider. Okay, see ya. Hey friends, my name is Clay, and welcome to the final episode of A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff, Season 1. I just want to thank you for watching and supporting this channel as I'm starting out again. As soon as we can, we're going to start filming A Couple of Guys Go Look at Stuff Season 2. But in the meantime, we're going to keep posting new videos every Monday. So you will be seeing some new vlogs. I hope you enjoy this final episode where my friends Corbin and Nick go explore some more abandoned places in Hanover with me, including an abandoned amusement park.
Obvious,
Termite damage?
yep.
Yep.
You can see that. No doubt about it.
What do you think this place was?
My best guess? A doctor's office.
Church, schoolhouse.
Church, schoolhouse,
Yeah.
combination, somebody's house.
Something along those lines.
Schoolhouse rock? This is great. Let me get at the outhouse. I wonder if the hole's still there. Back in the day. This is where the poops happen. You think they had like a men and women's?
I think so, yeah. Back then they still had 2 genders.
Let's keep it light. So that would be like the men's, because the men's, I would say that's the men's, because the men's is always worse. The
Yeah.
men's room is always worse than the women's.
Fit condition.
I would say they're a little bit jet lagged.
Yeah.
It'd be a new hit term that we'll catch on. Not a lot of poops. They must have buried the poop. They mow the grass better than a lot of people I know.
You mow the grass better than I mow the grass. I use a machete.
Great landscaping. There's a brick. I mean, there's a little bit of dumping. No graffiti. The gutters need some work.
What do you think was here?
The raccoons live here. Oh yeah, that could have been a, nah, just like a small basketball hoop.
Disabled.
People were smaller back in the day.
I forgot about that.
Oh, I won't flip it over.
Oh man, you know that like whenever you do a puzzle,
That's that one.
that one piece.
Missing piece.
There's the American flag too.
And somebody realized
God
they
bless.
were like really stressed out, and they had to like smoke a pack of cigarettes.
And then they threw the rest of their trash all over the place.
In a fit of rage.
Paper.
And they left their coupons.
What? Those are good. They haven't expired yet. Somebody forgot to tell small containers guacamole, holy guacamole, gluten-free bread. Man.
Is that a grocery list?
Small containers guacamole, holy guacamole.
Well, that's a good segue because this is now a grocery store. But way back in the day, in the 1890s, alright, it might have been a little bit different timing.
It used to be a slave plantation.
No! It used to be an amusement park.
That's what you called it. It's terrible.
The amusement park is long gone, but we're going to try to find some remnants of it. So this is the cup that millennials are recognizing as being from the 90s. But I disagree. This is just a cup. When you say, like, we still use them today,
Yeah.
we're still ruining the environment.
Another clue.
Is that another grocery list?
Chocolate milk, sweet tea, yogurt, cereal, water bread, turkey, cheese, sugar, chicken salad, applesauce, Coke and Sprite. And then
It's a little doodle.
whatever
drawing.
that is.
Yeah, stop. This is a message. Stop littering your grocery list. You come, like, these people are so excited when they leave the grocery store.
Sea turtles eat this.
They just run out the door and throw their grocery list. They're like, I'm done.
What's that on the little tail part there? This right here.
Is that a grocery list? Maybe this is just gonna turn into a scavenger hunt of how many grocery lists we can find. You gotta know which ones will kill you or not.
So far, so good.
Have you done this before? Had me fooled.
Nick wants to be an actor when he grows up. In actuality, he just does stunts.
They eat poisonous berries. Very dangerous. Don't do this at home.
Do they feed you at home?
Yeah. All the time. Never go hungry.
A little suspicious of you to answer that.
think it was from the amusement park?
Yeah.
They used plastic 100 years ago.
The third roller coaster they ever built.
Maybe it's like a tribute.
Yeah.
Maybe everyone puts in little like a hidden Mickey at Disney World.
Yeah. It's also the 21st amusement ride. So they're running out of room.
The world isn't made by Imagineers. Is that girl digging through the trash?
Thumbs just full on.
You're on candid camera.
Should just run up to her.
You know, you guys were like, I don't know if I want to go outside today. I don't understand like this video idea, Clay. Like this doesn't make sense. But
When did I say that?
the fact that we have caught someone dumpster diving made it all worth the while.
Yeah.
2 people. There's 2 people.
Yeah, they're probably married. It's probably like a hobby of theirs.
Should we go help?
Wonder what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for the amusement park. Maybe they had like a fun slide right there, you know?
Yeah. For the handicap.
No, that was the fun house. Little handicap ramp. So for all of you department store geeks out there, at some point they made this place into a Hills department store, and all these stores went around it. And then they just turned it into an Ames, and then they made it into a nice grocery store. Are raspberries surrounded by thorns?
Let me research this.
Nick's not all survival mode we thought.
Come on, man. I thought you were an expert on this
survival man. I wouldn't eat that.
Yeah, they're not looking familiar. These are so good.
stuff. Are you saying that like sarcastically?
No.
Is that like, these are so good, they're making me feel funny? Or like,
Dude.
these are so good, they taste like candy.
These are so good. They taste like what they'd give you at a carnival 150 years ago.
Maybe it's tribute to like cotton candy.
Yeah.
Souvenir from the amusement park. Nick's eating the
Poison one.
poisonous berries.
Trying to read, get all that glare.
This place seems pretty abandoned. Some nice stained glass.
This is the original building.
Yeah.
It used to be smaller,
Yeah.
and then it got bigger.
So these lights are probably cool at night.
Fire hydrant here has never been used. Remember that.
I wonder like, so this building burned down.
Yes.
Is that building attached to it, like involved? Or are there's still people living in that building next to it?
I don't know if they're still living at this in here presently, but I think they probably plan on moving back.
This all looked like it was part of the building too. It looked
Like all the rubble,
it
like
extended
yeah.
out.
Cause look, it looks like it comes up to something there.
yeah.
That concrete.
We gotta have the mirror shot. M. Night Shyamalan.
This is the dude at the Pizza Planet. Probably had a good stuff, because this is a good mirror. Like, this
It
is
is
a
a good
mirror that
I'm
makes you look
surprised
good.
It's not broken here.
They probably have like a positive like body image, you know? They were just really happy about it.
Body positivity.
Yeah. Why do you think they have this lovely furniture store's doors on their patio?
Couldn't say.
I like this town. They keep their park meters warm. What was that called? Like a park meter sock? Our parking meters were just way too cold.
Used to go to group therapy here.
How was that?
It's great.
That doesn't sound very promising. Whoever's boat this is, it's from Virginia. I always wonder, like, are they... Is somebody...
That's so bizarre.
Yeah. An abandoned tree. And an abandoned couch.
Oh, yeah. I would not touch that.
Good point. Good point.
There's been a couple efforts to save this place, but... Is it really gonna happen?
Unlikely, unfortunately.
One day it will be a 2-story Starbucks. What do you think this is reinforcing? Like, keeping people in, out?
I think it's for zombies, if I had to guess.
If there's a zombie apocalypse, I would go here first.
This is your typical zombie trap.
I would keep out, like, chickens.
Yep. Yep. Zombie chickens.
Did you know that place?
This place maters. They got projector, pin rail. So these pictures were taken like maybe 10 years ago.
This theater looks like it's really, like it was really like ornately decorated on the inside.
Wiener.
A couple of guys look at stuff. Sprinkler system.
Oh.
I don't know. Sprinkler alarm. Yeah, we're just stupid.
I can't read. Lovely. Fun for the whole family.
This place burned down a couple times. I guess it's still up. Had a couple fires. This would be a fun little like restaurant. You know?
Yeah.
Could make it into something. I'm sure it needs
like,
a lot of
in
work.
Shambles.
People go for this vintage look now. We wouldn't even have to paint the door. Just leave it the way it is. This place is pretty big. I didn't realize how big it was. I didn't know it was attached. You got caution tape. I bet that's still from when they had the fire. And then you got the iconic 90s cup in the background there.
History in the making.
That is one historic ashtray. '70s carpet.
Years. Children used to come here to buy mortgages.
They would scurry along up this ramp with their pens and really optimistic ideas. You say pogo sticks?
Probably.
That's what the alarm system sounds like in these apartment stores.
Have you ever heard of the Knox box? This is a Knox box. They're on just about every single building you've ever seen. What they're for is the fire department
In the event of an emergency, instead of breaking through the glass or trying to force the door open, they take the key, unlock it, and it has a key inside of it that will unlock the doors.
That's fun.
You've never seen them before, but now you always will.
Used to do some shopping here. Used to do got my baby pictures taken here that I get nice comments about, like almost weekly. So it's just some good shopping. And now it's gone. It starts with the letter S, rhymes with ears. That's where you would get your like major appliances. If you ordered something online or through the catalog, like you would go there and
Sometimes you ran out of underwear.
if you were the size of an appliance and you needed new pants, you would get it there. Corbin, reenact an appliance. Go. That was good. That was good.
Perfect.
All right. There you go.
They normally don't work when you want them to.
A live one. I want this. I don't know why.
Is that like a taser? Oh, when they like transport Jurassic Park creatures, they need to like tame them.
And everyone said, yeah, that'd be a great idea. And so he said, what if we put out the fires? And people were like, whoa, good idea. So then
20 years ago?
20 years ago.
Let's make a
So
profession
then
out
they
of
designed
this.
this thing to let them know when there was a fire. So
Pretty sure that's older than 20 years ago. If you like this video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when we post a new video every Monday. You can follow us at eFilms Travel on Instagram so you can know what we're up to outside of YouTube. Once again, my name is Clay, and thank you for watching a couple of guys go look at stuff.
their big issue around these parts. Sometimes even zombie slugs. They'll get you.
Oh, they're the fast ones, right?
Uh-huh.